Good morning, everyone. It's just after 7, and yes, I've already been out here to feed the chickens and give fresh water in Esther's pool. But I wanted to show you something that's not good. Look, that is fire ants. There's gotta be thousands of them in there. See if I can make it bigger. You can maybe see some. Oh, Esther, don't get so close. So that's not good. And I have some stuff that I'm gonna have to get out of my lean-to and pour on that. It's stuff I bought, maybe 2 or 3 years ago from the feed store in Garland, where I buy the chicken feed. And it's I just had the word in my mind. What's in it? Well, it's all natural, and it's safe to put down if you have animals, and you mix so much of it with a gallon of water. Oh, I still can't think of that word. It has something in it that the fire ants really, really don't like. It has several things in it, and I'm gonna have to get it out of my lean-to and make up a jug of it up in the water, and I'll come out here and take care of this, because if not, they get out of control. Thankfully, as far as I know, in the 6 years that I've been raising chickens, they're smart enough to know to stay away from the fire ants. Now, I've never had a mound of fire ants right here in the chicken yard. I've had them outside of the chicken yard, like in here. And I almost slipped. Look at Lady Jane up on my stool. Lady Jane, you're just so pretty. Esther, you're bad. I almost slipped on that mud because she bit me in the butt. Oh, she is just right on my heels. Oh. Esther. Hey girls, why are you running? They got some lettuce out here. Right here, you see that big pile of dirt right there? That's all fire ants. And I'm pretty sure that my soil that's in that terracotta pot is all fire ants, because I've seen some up on the top. They are terrible. And if you're not aware of them, like I wasn't when I moved down here, we don't have those up north. We have what's called red ants, but we don't have fire ants. And the first time I discovered the fire ants down here, Esther, I stepped in a mound of them, and I had on sandals, and it was in my yard. Oh, she is, look at, she's sticking her head between my legs. She's gonna make me fall. Lady Jane. Yep, the first time I found out about fire ants, that's how I found out. I stepped in a mound of them when I had sandals on, and they tore up my feet. I wish I could let my chickens out on this side of my fence. They would have this all taken care of. They would love it. But I cannot trust, you know, sometimes there's a dog that's from across the street that wanders over here, And I'm afraid if my chickens were outside of the fence, they could become chicken dinner. And I think that if they were all outside of my fence, they may not stick together like they do in the chicken yard. And then there's chicken hawks to worry about. But I do. I pick them some grass down here. I'll pick grass right here, and I'll give it to the chickens. Look at her. And she is biting my legs. You're not being very nice. You know what it is she wants to be picked up. She's heavy. I don't want her to hear me say that, but she is heavy. Now last night, her and I, all the chickens had gone in, and Esther and I sat here for about a half hour. Pretty soon this, look at this there. I was just going to say pretty soon this is going to be budding with berries. They're not berries for humans to eat, but my chickens peck at them. You're going to behave today? Yesterday he went after my Easter egger. It's funny how all these chickens stay together, and then those 4 new ladies, they all stick together. There's one of them getting a drink. Oh no, she's not. She's pruning herself. Or preening herself. I don't know what the word is. I had a sleepless night. Well, I slept a couple hours, and then I'd be up and then fall back to sleep, and it was Sadie's fault. I don't know what was wrong with her. She's not sick, but she kept wanting to go out, and it's not like her at all. But I'd get up and come outside with her, see if she had to do anything, and sometimes she would wee, and sometimes she'd just sniff the air. And like I say, that's very unusual for her. And if she acts like she has to go out, I get right up and let her out. The same with Monster, because both of them are older dogs. Monster's older than Sadie, and I don't want any messes in the trailer. So I was up and down, up and down, up and down. Look at all these weeds and grass growing, and I picked some of this too for the chickens, but not too much over here because there could be a snake or two in here. So I'll pick like from the edge here. And they don't really like this weed. I don't know what kind of weed it is. There's like 3 different kinds of weeds here, and I just grab handfuls and throw it to the chickens, and they don't really like it. They prefer this. This here, I guess, is just regular grass. I would pull that up, but I can't. I don't want to hold the phone with my left hand because that's my bad hand, and I don't want to drop the phone. Do you remember when Lady Jane used to get out of my yard and come over here and scratch around? You can see the dew on the grass because it's still early. Well, early for some people. Oh, what else? I have, I can show you here, this bag, this thermal bag. I got this, it was in 2018. I got this at a thrift store for 50 cents. And the reason why I got it was I was doing Uber food delivery to try to make a little extra money. And so this was good to keep people's food in it, that I'd pick up. Keep it either hot or cold. And then when the Uber food delivery little job was not working out for me, I ended up just keeping this. And many times I've thought about just donating it back to the thrift store or leaving it at the laundromat for someone. They have a table there where people leave things. For some reason I've hung on to it, and good thing, because the Meals on Wheels that I've been getting, they're not supposed to leave you food if you're not home. But the other day, the lady, I was just coming home from the pharmacy, CVS, and she called me and said, "I'm at your house, are you home?" And I said, "No, I'll be there in 3 minutes. I'm leaving the pharmacy." She said, "Well, we're not supposed to leave the food, and I'll go do another house and come back." And she did, and by that time, of course, I was home. But she said, if people leave out a cooler or an insulated bag, then the drivers will leave the food. Because sometimes, you do have to run out like that. And they have such a big window of time between 11:30 and 1:30 to come to you. Now, I'm going to have to call them today and tell them that tomorrow morning I have 2 doctor's appointments back to back down in Plano. And so I'm just going to ask them not to leave any food. I'm probably going to be stopping the Meals on Wheels really soon anyway. I'm not really benefiting from it, and I don't want to be taking a meal away from someone that could be benefiting. And so my plan is to be stopping it soon. But anyway, it's a good thing I hung on to this bag. In fact, maybe when I end my Meals on Wheels, I could offer this bag to one of the volunteers. It can be washed. I've taken it to the laundromat and washed it and then just hung it out to dry. And it does keep the food either hot or cold. I know because I used it when I did the Uber. And it's called the Polar Pack, and it has this space here. Maybe the Meals on Wheels could put a piece of, sometimes they leave us a paper with some nutrition information. I think that's what I'll do. When I'm in my Meals on Wheels, I'll offer this bag to one of the drivers. If they don't want it, I will take it to a laundromat when I do laundry and leave it there, because I don't see any reason to keep hanging on to it anymore. I'm trying to get rid of things. Right now I'm trying to lock my gate. I think it's going to be in the 80s again today. It was 82 or 83 yesterday. And Lord willing, in Jesus' name, that wheel bearing of that tire, I'm going to get fixed this month. I have to do that. And see, my inspection ran out in November. Got to get that taken care of. And look at Miss Kitty Cat's footprints all over my windshield, all over the hood of the car. My car needs a bath. And I used to take it to the car wash, when I first got the car. Every week or every 2 weeks at least, I'd take it. But it wouldn't stay clean very long. Between living out on this land with all this dirt, it's all dirt, see? And then this Texas wind, and then these roads with the construction, there's all dirt and dust on the roads that get kicked up and get on the car. I don't take it to the car wash as often anymore. hear an owl. Well, I'm gonna go back in. Can you hear that owl? And I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna take care of those ants, though. It's gonna take a couple times of pouring that stuff on it. And I'll talk to you later.